Is your name Vladimir? What's your name? Chirag, okay. All right, we're gonna start today with time value of the money. As you may have guessed, I also started recording our lectures. Anything that goes on my screen is going to be a video, and any notes I have, I'll make it available to you as a PDF. So if you're the kind of person who learns better by not taking notes, I am like that. You are free to do so. All right. Tell me, what do you think I mean by time value of money? Anyone? What does it mean to you when I say time value of money? Yes.
What your money means right now versus what it means in the future.
Yeah. It means $1 today is not the same as $1 next year. If I ever ask you guys, again, let's do a thought experiment. There's not going to be any inflation. So whatever you could buy with $1,000 right now, I'm guaranteeing you'll be able to buy it next year. And I will also guarantee that I won't default on the loan. If I made you the following proposal, lend me $1,000 now, 1 year from now, I will pay you back $1,000. You know I'm good for it. Who would say yes to such a proposal? Anyone? I'm glad that no one is saying yes. But why not? I'm a good guy. How do you know? Hmm? Huh? I said inflation is not going to be an issue. What would stop you from lending me that $1,000? What do you got to lose? Yeah, but you're going to get it back. What do you need it for? Yeah, okay. And when you're lending money, typically you lend money that you don't need. So let's put that aside. You know, when I lend somebody money, by definition, I can do without it in terms of getting my necessities. And if I need it for food, obviously, the discussion is completely moot. This is out of your own savings. Okay. So why wouldn't you lend me the money? 1 year from now. Huh? No, exactly 1 year, 365 days. What's interest between friends? What do you got to lose?
I guess because if it's in your savings,
Yeah, but it's just sitting there.
it's building interest loss there
Yeah, but why are they paying interest?
because if it's in the bank, you're technically like loaning that money to the bank.
Let's assume that we live in 6th century BC. Money was just invented by the Lydians. There is no bank, no nothing. You just lend me, $1,000 equivalent of gold coins. The king said this is money, so it is money. Why are you entitled to interest? I mean, you guys are saying I would lose interest, but what makes you entitled to that one? There are religions in the world that think that, interest should be illegal. Not necessarily better, but you have other ways to use that money. As soon as you give me that $1,000, you no longer can do that. Maybe you're going to use that as emergency funds. As soon as you give it to me, you don't have that. Or you're going to invest it somewhere, open up a business. Uh, you know, as soon as you give that to me, you lose that opportunity. Okay. Obviously, if it's only $1,000, not worried about too much, but we're talking about trillions of dollars being lent every year, right? Those trillions of dollars, as soon as they lend it to U.S. government or whoever is borrowing, they give up the opportunity to do something with it. Investments, for example. Okay, that's why you should not agree to such a deal. If you do because it's between friends, you basically get friendship points, brownie points. That is a form of interest. It's just we don't quantize it. It's the so-called opportunity cost of money. As soon as you give that money to me, you lose any opportunity to do something with it. You can buy stock in NVIDIA. Whether or not you will end up making money on that is besides the point. When you make an investment, obviously you expect to make money. You may be foolish and not make money, but that's besides the point. As soon as you invest it somewhere, you expect to make some money on it. By lending that's $1,000 to me, you give that up. So there is opportunity cost of. That's why $1,000 today should not be worth the same to anybody as $1,000 one year from today. For you, that price may be 10%. For somebody else, could be 1%. Demand and supply. So the market determines what it should be. For example, uh, I told you that you could assume that there's not going to be any inflation. Obviously, that is not a realistic assumption, but there are borrowing instruments by Treasury. They are called Treasury inflation protected securities. They actually protect you against inflation and they pay something on top of that. For example, currently, uh, and it may have changed a little bit today, but let's find out. Yeah, currently 30-year inflation protected securities yield 2.03%. That means over and above inflation, you get paid 2.03%, the so-called real return. All right. So even after you stop worrying about inflation, there is still a price to money. That's why $1 today should never equal $1 1 year from now. You may or may not know there are countries where they use the what they call the Islamic rule on interest. Technically, uh, under that rule, interest is illegal. Do you think those people don't ever borrow money? They do. They do business. Do you know how they do it? Obviously, whether or not I'm a devout Muslim, and I'm not stupid. Okay, especially as a business, when I lend somebody money, I'm giving up something, so I need to get something out of that. Here's one way they do it. Let's say you want to borrow $1 million in order to buy, let's say, machinery for your business. I tell you, you don't buy it. I buy it for you. I lease it to you. And what do you know? The lease payments are almost exactly the same as what the loan payments would have been under a standard interest bearing loan.